technical exposures, logical access. Okay. What are they? Data diddling. What is data diddling? See, one thing I'll tell you, technical exposures to logical and physical access is a prominent question, right? So you should be familiar with all these terms. Data diddling. What is data diddling? Making changes to the data prior to entry. You have a batch processing system. Before they feed it into the computer, you go manipulate it. Yes? Clear? Logic bombs. Triggered if logic is satisfied. So what they will say is, typically if my antivirus software gets updated, there will be a small executive function file which will say the burst of a particular virus. Based on some logic, or for example, if you open your Excel thrice, in the same day, the third time when you open, there could be some virus. So these are some logical errors on the happening or non-happening of a particular event. Yes, clear? Time bombs triggered on a particular date or time set. For example, one of the TV programs I saw, there was one hospital somewhere in Trichy or somewhere. What they did was, the main computer where they fed in all the main database was there. Disk drive is there, no? So particular time every day, night 1 o'clock, they put a time bomb. What does that mean? Every day 1 a.m. in the night or early morning, this disk drive would open 10 times and close. So people who were working in the night shift thought some devil's work. So there was huge chaos. You are able to understand? There was a hospital in Trichy. What happened? The CPU disk drive is there, no? They put a time bomb. Time bomb potona ennachu? Every day 1 a.m. sharp, the disk drive used to open, close simply. 10 times, 12 times it used to open and close. So people thought it is opening by itself. There is some devil every day at 1 a.m. operating. So there was a big, huge chaos. Finally, one operator came and found out it was a time bomb. So these are some time bombs. Why they do? Just to create chaos. Please come. Guys, please don't take this subject in a light-hearted way. It requires some amount of effort also. Because other subjects, core subjects, you have been spending considerable time in the last 6-7 months. But this subject has to be focused, concentrated, given attention, right? So we were just discussing what was logical and physical access. Now we are going through technical exposures to logical access. Trojan horse. What is the difference between a Trojan horse and a virus? See, virus can exist inactive also. It need not cause any damage. But Trojan horse, on a click of an event, when you download something, it will get activated. So malicious program hidden inside a legitimate program. It is difficult to detect. You don't know what is a Trojan at all. Example, most common wallpapers. Typically when you open, you will have one more window opening. Either one lady will be there typically, or there will be some fish or some common wallpaper, right? So when you download, even before you know, it gets downloaded. Understood? Even your Cartoon Network sites, when you play a game, one more file that opens and it downloads. So that is a Trojan. Unless you have antivirus properly updated, it is very difficult for you to stop that. Clear? Clear? Not clear? Then, worms. Copies itself to another program can be ethical too. So here, why at all, what is the difference between worm and virus? Worm will replicate. Virus will not replicate. So what do you mean by replication? It will duplicate. What does that mean? No, worms can just exist. It can be for ethical purposes too. Which implies you will put a worm and keep just to understand how any of your employees are downloading something. Are they getting connected to their iPod using computers? Things like that. Okay. Clear? So data diddling means before you feed it into the computer, the first slide we are doing, join fast. So before you feed some data into the computer, they make alteration, they make manipulation. And this happens in any organization. If you consider the retail people who are sitting outside with your customers, they collect the forms, then it's given to the backend. Backend only keeps in the data, right? So in transit, there could be some data diddling. Say I have my brother applying for loan. I can always meddle and change with it, isn't it? So these are, though there are a lot of security, I'm just giving you a typical example. Then time bomb, I told you. What happened in that hospital? Sharp 1 a.m., the disk drive started opening. So they thought some devil's work. Finally, it was a time bomb. Time bomb na enna? Particular time, you do something, or particular time, your wallpaper changes. Particular time, your computer switches off. Like how you have your timer set in your TV. Something like that. The logic bomb, based on some logic. Say I open my Excel thrice. The third time I open it in a day, some mishap happens. Okay. Trojan horse, it is a malicious program in a legitimate file. You can never identify, hard to detect. A virus you can easily identify. Why? Because it will start doing some unusual things. But Trojan horse will simply sit. You can never find out. Okay. Worms copies itself to another program. It replicates. Self-replication. And can be ethical too. Clear, all of you? They do give adverse effect. No, wallpaper, these are trivial examples. What if my entire program changes? See, I'll tell you what, every program, there is a dead man door. You know what is a dead man door? Or there is a trap door, which implies while coding every program, at one point they will give an exit which will be known only to the programmers or people knowing that language. Why they keep that exit? To go in between and make changes? So that in case after testing there is a default, they can go make changes. But this can be misused by people. Inge they will insert this logical bomb. That is, supposing I add a comma to my program, there the entire program could get deleted or my entire source could change. So these are examples at the higher level. What we saw as examples only at the trivial level. Similarly, your time bomb. You are running an application. Say your bank's March 31st, they finalize it. There's a whole application which runs and it tells you the total profit. Upper time bomb on the March 31st, 12 a.m. What will happen? Your entire data, your process gets altered. It gets disturbed. It gets scoped. Yes, clear?